I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm back again to share another card project with you. We're using a collection called Beads of Friendship, and it's from Spellbinders, and there's some fun items in here. If you like to create or have a daughter or a granddaughter who love friendship bracelets, this collection is for you. I have the Bestie Heart and Hand. This is kind of the arm that will hold some of the friendship bracelets along with the heart. And then I also have the Bestie beaded bracelets that will go, that you can customize, and they look just like the real thing. I was just so excited about this. So we're going to create some bracelets, not on a wrist. I thought we would just kind of do a little bit of outside the box thinking, and then we're also going to be using a stamp and die set called Bestie Alphabet and Sentiments. And before we jump in and get started, I want to apologize. It's such a beautiful day out. The weather is crisp and cool, and I have my windows open. And just now, my neighbors decided, the leaves are starting to fall. So my neighbors decided that they're going to clean their yard up today. So you're going to hear leaf blowers going. I'm so sorry. But let's jump in and get started. We're going to start by doing some die cutting and creating some bracelets. To create, I have some cardstock here. We're going to create the hand holding a heart like this. So I have some Barely Peach cardstock. I'm going to die cut this out here. And then I have some Fruit Punch cardstock. We'll cut out the heart here. And then we're going to create a bracelet. I'm going to use lots of different colors and die cut out all the little beads that you can cut out. And then for the bracelet itself, I'm going to cut it out with black cardstock. And then the clasp portion, I'm going to cut that out with some gold. I'm also going to stamp a greeting here with white cardstock using the Bestie Alphabet and Sentiments. I'm going to do that now because I'm going to end up fussy cutting this out. I'm just going to stamp this really quickly here. I'm going to stamp Be Fearless. Here, okay? And then I'm also going to be die cutting with some of my rectangle dies. I have the Spellbinders Perfect Touch rectangles and die set. I want to create a frame with this. So I have two that I'm going to create with white cardstock. So let's grab a piece of white cardstock, and I will create a frame here. I'm actually going to use the inside piece, and the inside piece, rather than adding letters to the bracelet, I just want to do all beads. I thought I would use this piece and create a background. It has a whole bunch of circles on it that line up perfectly with these letters here. I thought we'd create a background filled with letters just to do something, of course, a little different. So I'm actually going to create a background with circles. I'm going to die cut it once, and then I'll run it through again, and I'll lower it so I have a panel filled with circles here after with this middle piece. And I want to do that, and I'll be right back. I went ahead and did all my die cutting. I did die cut out a rainbow of beads here. You have a whole bunch of different shapes here. There's squares, circles, stars, there's flowers, so many hearts. So I just die cut some out with some colored cardstock scraps, and we're good to go. And then this was that panel I was talking about. I just, well, maybe sometimes visuals are better. Let me show you what I did. I lined this up, ran this through, okay, and then when, you're going to have a whole bunch of white polka dots when you're done. And then I came back with this. I did a little shimmy here at the very bottom, lined it up here, and made sure that these were lined up here, and I ran it through, and it just created a background. So I thought that was really cool looking. So we're going to be using that. I was thinking about adding some letters in the background. Let's see if we can do it. This might be a huge fail But let's see. I'm going to lightly tack this with my tape runner. Okay, I have a couple pieces of tape on there so I know it's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to tack it down to a piece of my waterfall cardstock. And then I'm going to take my stamp. Maybe this will be best for, oh yeah, look at there. I'm going to just put this in here. I'm going to bring in my stamping positioner. Okay, we'll pick this up. I'm going to use my Memento ink. And let's fill those circles with some letters. Well, that worked out great. I love the way this looks. Okay, and then we have the last part of our letters. Let's take that. We have our next stamp that has the numbers on it, but I just want I'll finish the letters off here. Most of this is going to be covered, but we'll add this, and then I'll ink this up. Just need the letters here. And oh, and well, and that worked out really good, but let me show you. I'm going to lift this up. It worked out really good, but I got numbers on the very bottom. I don't think my hand will be big enough to cover, maybe. Now, I should have masked off this portion, ideally, but I think I can get away with it because I have the arm here that can cover this, and I think I can put a greeting or something there to cover my mistake up. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this with my glue directly over this background. Makes a really fun background. I love that. So that's our background. Okay, I'm going to put this over here with our frame. And when we die cut out a bracelet, there was 2 different bracelets that were open. There's one that's closed that you could put around the wrist, but I'm going to use the one that has a kind of a curve to it. And we're going to go ahead and make our bracelet. So I'm going to play some of that funky music and we'll create a bracelet. And there's the bracelet. Okay, and we have lots left over to make an extra bracelet if we wanted to. So neat. Make great confetti pieces too. Okay, so our bracelet here is done. I have these 2 pieces I'm going to do a little ink blending with. So I have my ink. This is Pinkbrush Studio Warm Buff ink. We're going to add a little color to our little wrist here. I think that's great. A little self-tanning. Okay, and then for the heart, I'm just going to bring in some pink ink. I have Raspberry Bliss. Add a little highlight. Wonderful. Almost done to start our card. I have a piece of waterfall cardstock. I'm bringing in my embossing folder from Spellbinders. This is the Argyle Plaid 3D embossing folder. I'm going to emboss my background here, and then I'll take this panel and adhere it to the front of my A2 size card. So I have my card base, and then I also have my frame, which we're going to adhere here. I did pop this up with some foam tape for a little extra dimension. I'm just going to remove the release paper. Okay, I'm going to add glue behind here. I'll tack this on the inside. Put a couple pieces of foam squares here. Let's see. I went ahead and put foam tape behind the Fearless that I fussy cut out, and I'm going to add it right here, covering up that mess up, and no one will ever tell. It's like the perfect spot for it. Okay, and then we're going to add our bracelets. Now for finishing touches, I'm bringing in my diamond stickles, and I'm going to fill in some of the little charms here. Maybe every other one. This will give it dimension too. A little extra sparkle. And that finishes my card for today. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.